Marcus Rashford to Barcelona. Let's talk about Rashford to Barcelona right now. Marcus Rashford just landed Barcelona yesterday night, and in as much as I hate to admit it, I think this is a really really good move for Barcelona. Okay, I like it that it's a good move for Rashford, but I don't like it that it's a good move for Barcelona because it is scary. I mean, Barcelona will now be having a front four to choose from. You have Raphinha, you have Lewandowski, you have Yamal, and now Rashford. And Rashford is a player that he can play all round in that attack. Okay, he can play the left wing, he can play the right wing, and he can still play as a centre forward also in most cases. So there are different, places for him to choose for in that Barcelona formation. Different places he can fit in the Barcelona formation in that three, attacking positions. Rashford actually is a player that has reached his prime age to me in football. Okay, I think 27, 28 is a good enough age for you to have known every single thing about football. Okay, and I think his move to Barcelona, she's having a fresh start in Barcelona on loan though, because the way I see it, if he cooks this season, I see Barcelona, actually buying him for that 35 million pounds. Okay, if he actually cooks, okay, for Barcelona this coming season, they're gonna buy him as a permanent player for Barcelona. And I feel this Rashford move also, it revigorates Barca's attack system. Okay, now they have a left winger that is right footed, which is Rashford. Their right winger normally was Raphinha, but Raphinha is also an attacking midfielder also. So I don't know how Flick's gonna do it. I don't know how Flick is gonna do it, but I don't know. But I see, he might fit Rashford in that left wing formation, because that's where Rashford is more dangerous in the flanks. Okay, and mostly at that left wing. I mean, we have seen Rashford, do a lot of damage to clubs in that position. Rashford is a player that he has that burst. Okay, when Rashford wants start for hey, your 3-4 sometimes defenders, once he caught you, give you one fake shot, palm finishing, and he's also good in free kick also. Okay, so I think they will have two free kick players. I think Raphinha is playing free kick too, and Rashford is also a free kick player. He's also a free kick taker too. I think I heard Yamal also saying that he wants to be taking free kicks and penalties for Barcelona. But the penalty I understand, but the free kick I don't really know, because his last free kick he played at the Nations League was trash, man. But I think with much work and with much dedication, he will be able to get the free kick right, because right now he's taking the number 10 role, okay, for Barcelona. And with the number 10 role, you have a lot of expectations. Okay, the number 10 role comes with a lot of expectations, so he has to be able to do it. So I think moving on back to Rashford, like I said before, it's a good move. Okay? It's a good move for Rashford, and it's a good move for Barcelona, based on the Barca's playing system right now. I think if Rashford actually puts his head down, okay, if Rashford puts his head down, we've seen what Flick can do for players who have been written off. Players like Pedri, even Lamine Yamal, we never saw him coming. Okay, we never saw Yamal coming. Look at Raphinha also. Those are players who have been you have had series of injury cases, players who have, who we never thought that, they could even be in the Ballon d'Or conversations this season. Okay, now look at Raphinha also in Ballon d'Or conversation. Look at Pedri also in the Ballon d'Or conversation. But I don't think any of those guys will, bring the Ballon d'Or conversation upwards. I don't think any of them will win it, but I'll do a separate video on that to talk about this Ballon d'Or conversation, most especially, and who I think, has to win it. So, moving on back to Rashford's case. Now Rashford, he might be switched. Okay, they might switch him with Raphinha most of the times. But if you want to get four of them in that pitch, maybe Raphinha might take the attacking midfield role, as he used to be, because Raphinha is attacking midfielder also. Or except he wants to take a 4-4-2 formation, which I don't see him doing. No, maybe you have two strikers, maybe you have Rashford and then you have Lewandowski, and then wingers. Okay, that means Lama will be drifting, forward and backward. We have to drift forward and backward. Okay, but I don't really see that kind of formation. But you will still go with that traditional 4-3-3 formation. But in this case, Rashford will be playing the left wing. We will actually swap with Raphinha. Okay, I think Rashford will do well. He will do well. Okay, if he puts his head down, like I said before, if he puts his head down, as a flick will turn him into one of the best wingers for next season. If he puts his head down, I'm happy for Rashford for this move. Okay, but I'm not happy for Barcelona. Okay, but I'm happy for Rashford for this move. He will be one of the most dangerous wingers next season. Okay, if he puts his head down, if he puts his mind to it, because Rashford is willing to play. Rashford wants to play he wants Barcelona. Okay, and Barcelona wants him. Okay, it's not something that he's being asked to just go. He wants Barcelona. Rashford wants Barcelona, and since he wants Barcelona, I'm sure he can also he can play very very well for them. He can play with his heart and his mind. Okay, not after all the trash he faced at Man United also, but I think he's more of his young age. More of his younger age. He spent it in the Prem. I think he can come to La Liga, and he can win things, he can do things, just like we have some wingers who came from Man United into La Liga, like Anthony and the rest. We saw what Anthony did last season, right? He even went into the Champions the Conference League finals with Real Betis. I mean, it was a really really good achievement and one of their best players for the season. He washed off Anthony and Ben. So what I'm saying is that we're going to see a different side of Rashford next season. Okay, so just watch out for Rashford next season. I think this move is good for him. It's good for him. It's good for Rashford. It's also good for the club. And I think Rashford is willing, to play very, very well for Barcelona on loan, but they're going to buy him permanently. Rashford is going to be bought permanently. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to, follow me on my news pages on X, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and the rest. I remain a loyal football kid, Becca Bodavin. I'll see you on my next video.